Hey guys, so today I want to go over how to pick what you're going to put on your catering menus. This can be a surprisingly tough thing to settle on because you can go in it full force and want to be that company, that person that can provide anything and everything. But at the same time, you don't want to overwhelm yourself. You don't want to have so many different food options that have so many different ingredients that you end up losing money, and you want to focus on saving money, revenue, and providing excellent service. So I want to go over a couple of our sample menus and kind of go over how we chose what to put on them and kind of outline what some overlapping ingredients are, because the more ingredients you have that are utilized through the same dishes but presented in a different way, different flavors, the easier your ordering is, because it's less to order in terms of individual items, because you do have to order things by cases. And if your recipe only counts for so much and you're going to throw away half of a case of something because it's the only item on your menu that uses it, it's probably not a good item to have on the menu. And or you might want to negotiate with your supplier to see if they'll do a specialty half case. So we're going to start with an afternoon tea menu. So you can see some different things going on here, and some sample costs in the quote. But specifically, I want to look at columns E through H. We chose classic. That started with research in what is the most classic options, and surprisingly to us, Earl Grey, Jarling, and Ceylon are the three traditional teas to offer an afternoon tea. Not English breakfast, not Irish breakfast, not anything else. I'm sorry, it's just drawing a blank there. Not white tea, green tea, oolong, jasmine. No. These were the three. We decided to limit it to that with a little add-on that we can take some special requests. If you want hibiscus tea, we will see if we can source it for you. Um, but we want to limit the tea options, because if you walk down the tea aisle, there's so many options. That's overwhelming. So you limit it to the classic. That's what we did. Then you move on to, let's look at sandwiches, right? There's some clear overlapping ingredients. The first being it's all the same bread. All of them have mayo, and cream cheese is used on two of the sandwiches. And then the unique bits are cucumbers on one, salmon's on one, and egg is on another. That still has further overlapping ingredients, though. When we make our loaf cakes and our tarts, eggs are still used, so we can get away with buying the big case because we can make loaf cakes and everything else. Scones of any kind have the same base, same ingredients. Sponge cakes, tarts, cakes, any of them, they have that same staple mix. The flour, sugar, baking soda, eggs, milks, and then you expand outward. So again, this menu's smaller, but it's heavily overlapped. So while we order a case of eggs, a chunk will be used for egg sandwiches. A chunk's going to be used for the baked goods, to the point where we could use the whole case depending on the size of the event without residual, without waste. Because if we don't have another event we're going to use eggs for, if we're not going to bake much more after and we have to get rid of a larger allotment of eggs, eggs can get expensive. So you want to watch that. And again, we chose the classics. These are the three traditional sandwiches. You can do anything and everything you want with a sandwich. But we chose the classic. We chose classic tea, classic sandwich, classic sweet offering. But then let's move to breakfast and other options, right? This is just a breakfast and snack menu. It feels like a lot when you look at it, but then you start breaking it down and it's not. Like these, we can order single serve by packs. They last a very long time. Bagels, if we get to make them, again, until you get to flavorings like cinnamon or raisins or everything seasoning, it's all the same base. They all overlap. And if we have to buy it in, we can do assorted cases to bake. You do the same with the pastries. Pastries have the same kind of base. Flour, egg, milk, baking soda, baking powder, some sugar. They all overlap, and then you get to the unique bits with chocolate, almond, or cinnamon. And again, cinnamon, cinnamon. So you're picking things that overlap. Again, these have a lot of shared ingredients. Porridges, the same situation. Plain porridge is the base for any other topped porridge and is often a base for muesli. You get into your baked treat. Again, flour, sugar, milk, butter, egg, salt. Then you start getting into the differences and the measurements and what makes each thing its own. So it heavily is overlap. Fruits, they're their own things. You just want to be mindful who you order from due to case sizes. And then again, same notes with the cakes down here. Same base recipe until you start to need to change it to be what it is. Like banana bread starts close to a chocolate cake, and then once it's adding banana to one side and a little less ingredients versus the chocolate cake, it's chocolate and a bit more flour to offset the bananas. But again, heavy overlap, and you tend to use overripe bananas for this, so if you have an overage in this, it goes to here. And again, banana, banana, banana. You start seeing it duplicated chocolate. Chocolate's up here, chocolate down here. You start making sure you can use them in multiple places. And then let's look at this too. This is a bit more expansive. Drink menus. We rotate our alcohol offerings, like wines and beers. We rotate them based on what our supplier has at good price points. It changes. When we offer something to a client, we offer 5 options to pick from and tell them how many cases they can pick. Or wine, we say, well, bring 20 bottles. Do you want all the same? Are you looking for a couple different? What would you like? Then we pick. If you're doing something like bubble tea, these are all of our options. You can see our fruit teas and our milk teas. This is one on our menu where this is where we limit the options to this is what it is, because each one has a different base. The shared ingredient is milk powder and tapioca pearls in them both. But then classic is its own flavor. Blue palm, coconut, mango, matcha. They're not repeated. Again, there's a mango here and a mango here, but this is a milk tea mango and this is a fruit tea mango, and they're different bases. So don't overwhelm yourself with flavors, because again, you're going to have to order them all and maintain stock. We also have a base menu. This is a bigger sandwich and wrap and salad menu. This is the big one. And it's the same rule here. Bread, same on them all, right? Well, let's start breaking it down a lot. I have mayo. Mayo is a shared ingredient. We have bacon, bacon, chicken, 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 tuna, egg. This is a cheddar base. Cheddar. We like an ingredient to be duplicated at least 3 times per section to use it. And again, tuna is used in multiple places. But the goal is have something that resonates with you and who you want to be and what you want to serve your customers, while being able to make use of what you purchase as much as possible. Again, you could have multiple different cheddars offered, but by saying, okay, this is the cheddar we're using, we're going to have the cheese to use on 6 different sandwiches. Our wraps are probably the most unique ones, whereas hummus and falafel, it's only on this one. Duck, only on this one. Faux duck, only on this one. So our wraps are the most unique, but again, there's chicken again, always found up here. Isn't chicken, isn't brand chicken, used in all these. Salads, a lot of shared toppings to again be sure that we get the most out of each order. And again, we really chose the classic lunch options. We have something that feels unique to us, like the Indian summer salad or caprese salad, but then the classics as well, like chicken bacon Caesar, tuna potato, coronation chicken, egg and crust, roast chicken, BLTs. Again, chicken bacon Caesar sandwich up here. We went with familiar and overlapping ingredients, and that is one of the biggest tips I have is pick something that's not so out there it's going to put people off. No matter how ethnic your menu is, be sure it's presented in a way that people can understand it. And really, that's all. If you're looking how to build a menu and how to pick what to do, start with a few basic dishes you want and expand from there. Expand outward and pick other dishes with similar ingredients that you can make use of so you're not drowning in a walk-in fridge full of ingredients that are going to have to go in the trash.